Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our continuing adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today we are taking a whack at the free challenge Linux downloader. I believe this was a free challenge that was listed. Background. Your team has identified unusual network activity originating from a Linux server within the corporate network. The server is continuously making outbound connections to a suspicious IP address. Upon further investigation, it appears that a downloader malware has been installed on the server, potentially downloading and executing a malicious payload. And it's too late for me to get on the top 10, but that's okay. So, questions we're looking to answer. What IP address does the program use to create the socket connection? What file path does the program check for existence at the beginning? What system call number is used in the program? What string is sent first to the connected socket? What num of XOR operation is performed on each byte of received data before it is written to sys_fd in hex? What environment variable is set before executing a new program and what value is assigned to it? What is the value of argva0 in the fexecve call? How many seconds does the program take if the initial connection attempt fails? Oh boy. All right. This will be interesting. So we're going to fire up the RDP connection and pop that in. Bing, bang, boom. And so let's see. We got typical Windows systems. So we'll do 7-zip extract here. Password is listed as infected. That comes out and we get a downloader. So we have a hash. So we're going to pull up VirusTotal in the background here since we've got an MD5, and we'll pop that bad boy in, and we'll see what comes out the other side. Maybe. Possibly. Nope, I have to prove to Google that I am not a robot. You ever feel like a robot? Or an android? You're gonna make this difficult, aren't you? Oh, there we go. I think I passed the test. So we're gonna pop that in. And do we have this? This is not apparently known to VirusTotal, so I am gonna stop wasting time on that aspect. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up Detected Easy. And we're gonna put our download in there, and as we're doing this, can we actually open this in Notepad++ and just take a look and see as to, not worth a shot. I mean, Notepad++ handles a lot of crap, so very well could have, just isn't going to in this case. So let's see, C++ language. So what do we need? Well, I'm assuming we're going to whip out IDA, and we're going to try on that. Okay, paused while that was popping into IDA. So it's disassembled it. We're looking at all this good stuff. I'm assuming it's writing something into tmp log_de.log. So let's go looking around. The very first question is, what IP address does the program use to create the socket connection? And it looks like the very next section off to the right is doing a 65.2.144.1 70. And I'm popping that in over on the side there, and that is apparently correct. And so starts the 1 day streak. What path does the program check for the existence at the beginning? That I think is going to be the /tmp/log underscore de.log. Because that's just what it looks like. We'll see if I'm right. We submit that, and correct. Okay. What system call number is used in the program? All right, let's open up Ghidra. I really can't believe that that is not known to VirusTotal. And I'm assuming the machine itself is not network connected, or is it entirely isolated? I guess that's the big question. Although technically for the reversing aspect, I don't think there's going to be a whole heck of a lot of help coming from VirusTotal. But I mean, I would be unbelievably happy to be wrong on that, but I'm not going to wait on that. Why do I always forget? Yeah, non-shared product or project name, LD, because it's not really going to matter because I'm not using it outside of anything. Challenge file downloader. It's going to do its thing. And we want to open that up inside of there just for shits and giggles. And it does not look like that's going to actually get us an outside connection. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to have it go ahead and analyze. All right, so let's bring that back over. Okay, so what are we trying to figure out? What system call is used in the program? Yeah, that doesn't really tell me a whole hell of a lot. Apparently it's a 3, whatever that's going to actually end up being. Okay, so we do get this here. Inside of that, we get our IP address being set. We end up with a 164 as we work our way down from main and Ghidra. No, that's not it. That's not it for either of them. that's not a giant shock because I'm just basically just taking a random stab at this. Okay, I'm just doing some random flailing along, but there was the what environmental variable is set before executing the new program, and I caught that further in with Ghidra. There's a set env, so set environment of CWD, and that actually turned out to be the actual answer. So basically, I am still just kind of putzing around trying to find what I can find in order to sit there and try to answer some of these, because I still haven't figured out the system call number that's used in the program. Supposedly there's something in there in regards to find the line with syscall and look at its arguments. So we get syscall here, and we get 13F. And then dat underscore. So great, we get that, but where do we find the actual number here that they're looking for? Supposedly it's in decimal. Well, there is a section for, okay, the argva bracket 0 bracket used in the FEX ECVE call. And I see here we get the FEX ECVE is doing IVAR3 local underscore 1470, which is set to kworker /0 :2, which that looks like that will fit with what they want. I have to remember to put in the brackets though. Okay, that apparently takes that one into effect, but then we're still left with everything else, so we're getting a couple of one-offs here and there, but still entirely just don't know what the hell I'm doing. When it comes to this, dumping into the code for reverse engineering like this, trying to do the reverse stuff, is not my cup of tea. So how about the string? What kind of hit can we get for that? Look for the send function calls and find the one with the hard-coded string. Okay. What is IVAR1 set to? Nope. How many seconds does the program take if the initial connection attempt fails? Look at the loop that handles the connection attempts and see what happens inside the loop if the connection fails. So we get set socket op. We have a hex value of 0x99. There was something in here that they wanted, like for XOR operations. I don't suppose that would be it for that one. 0x99 because it's actually listed in there. Oh, okay. Line 80 as we're looking through that. So you'll see byte PUVAR 7 equals asterisk byte asterisk PUVAR 7 caret 0x99. Subroutine does not return. And we gotta try to put this together in terms of like an actual time for the loop. I mean, we found something. I mean, through all this, is there like a syscall in here that I'm missing? We got the IP address again. Set socket op is IVAR. What string is first sent? Wait, sleep 10. So is that 10 seconds? Or do I have to do some sort of math? No, that's seconds. So that is line, where did I see it? Line 64. As you're seeing there, it says sleep, parentheses 10, parentheses, semicolon. All right, so we're getting there. It's just hard going. So what are we just down to? The last two questions, realistically? Yeah. What system call number is used in the program? And that should be for syscall, which sits right here. So that's line... Crap. That's an external syscall, but we don't get... It should be some sort of number in decimal. As we're looking at this, where to go? Syscall, Syscall, Syscall. Sockop. Yeah, right here. 71. So, what is it? LVAR 8? About 319. So, okay, how did we figure that particular one out? Because I just basically see or observed. So we're doing syscall 0x13 Foxtrot. And I just basically held the mouse, this is in Ghidra, over the 0x13 Foxtrot. And that gives us 319 for decimal. And I suppose we can just kind of hold over for the IDAT, and you'll tell me what's there. No. So we would have to set the DAT somewhere, right? Get host by name, host ENT, but there should be a string. All right, what's the hint for this one? Look for the send function calls and find the one with the hard-coded string. So look at the sends and find the hard-coded string. IVAR, we get local. Local 1476 and local 1449. So is there a section where we have 1449 that actually would stand out and give us something we could actually use? Local 1449 is PCVAR 10. Okay, so where do we set PCVAR 10? Hmm. Is that like down in here? So there's supposed to be a string in here somewhere, but And it's only 3 characters. Let's go back to Ida and see if anything in there. Something hard-coded. We've already verified it's not 164 because I've already tried that. But it's just 3. It's not CWD because that was what we found elsewhere. It's not the K worker. I really don't have. I got nothing. I mean, I could be effectively looking at this straight in the face, and I don't see it. It's like we're able to tease everything else up besides this. Find the one with a hard-coded string, which is effectively what we've been looking at, and I just don't see it. I mean, you almost think that it would want to send over the host name, but that doesn't quite fit with what we've got there. But yet there's supposed to be something here with a string. Could be 10H. It doesn't specify anything else that's there. No. So I'm just trying to look at this stuff and try to puzzle out what in the hell are you trying to send? Because then again, we get to the same aspect. We get the 164 that we're trying to send, but then there are multiple portions at. I mean, you don't suppose that it's 164 and then with, what do you think? 2? 3 spaces. I'd be pissed if that's gonna be it. Nope. But yet there's supposed to be something hard-coded here that I just don't see. Nope. It's not that. $40.96. Yeah, something's supposed to have a hard-coded string, but I am just not seeing a hard-coded string in this. Of course, I'm actually just looking at the stupid comments, so maybe that's where the problem lies. Oh, I don't see anything that I am effectively looking for to flush this damn thing out. We got syscall, we got call send. Okay. So the 164 is not 164, it's L64. So it was staring right in the face. So in order to sit there and try a better whack at that, I changed over in Ghidra to do defined strings and started taking a look through there. And it was there that I happened to notice that the one looked a little bit different in the particular aspect for there. So if we go down, or did I get it wrong? Nope. So we take that down, show, there we go, the Linux downloader. That was a pain in the posterior. Although it's a Saturday and I'm not on call and I may or may not have been drinking. But so that figures that one out from there. So do not forget about the. So it literally, yes, okay. What we were looking at was right, just the interpretation was wrong in regards to it. And so did that, yeah. And as I look closer, yeah, that's definitely L64. So had I paid, oh yeah, let me bring that back in because I got the IDA opened up. That stood out, or would have stood out a little bit more, as that's actually showing. I do have the Yeah, mouse. A capital L 64. Obviously, that's not a 1. So the stuff was sitting there staring us straight in the face. But because I'm sitting there doing this through an RDP connection on, and it's basically giving a very small window that's not maximized, um, yeah, it's about as good as it's going to get. Actually, if I maximize that, that doesn't change anything. It just moves it on my screen over to the left. So we have that, and then obviously the closer attention of doing window and define strings, and then looking through all that, because the whole aspect was I was looking for anything that would show up in the tmp log_de.log and the IP address that we had noticed. And it was where it was just like, wait, that's not a 1 in front of the 64. It was a very interesting challenge for roughly about an hour worth of time that's not in there. But we got it. And obviously it's a little bit late on the scoreboard. So there we go. Linux downloader. Yeah. Again, more IDA and Ghidra use, but it's not a bad thing to sit there and kind of beat your head against until you at least get some sort of better understanding of it. As you go through and do this stuff, you may be required to hit this stuff up. But yeah, if you're not looking to do actual code analysis, it may not be such of a big thing, as you could sit there and just kind of try to parse the code and then rely effectively on sandboxing to try to pull the rest of the stuff together, at least to the best of your ability. But so there we go. That has been Linux Downloader, the medium difficulty challenge, I believe, that is free for everybody, which is good. Or to sit there and build up some skills. Apparently I need to work on my pulling out the interpretation of 1 and lowercase l. But that is what you end up with. Yep, so a security analyst path, medium, but it's free. So not a bad thing to go and try to take a whack at for yourself, as opposed to just going through and watching me do it. By all means, please stress yourself, extend yourself, improve yourself. With all that being said, I will see everybody in the next video.